Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to hear me this morning. This ain't just a regular day, this is a divine appointment. Somebody came in here tired, frustrated, stuck, and wondering if life has passed you by, but I declare in the name of every dream you thought was dead, it's not over. God didn't wake you up this morning to live in regret, mediocrity, or missed opportunities. He woke you up because there is still something inside of you that this world needs. Let me tell you something right now. Life is a precious gift. A gift you can't return, can't exchange, and sure enough can't pause. So why waste it sitting on the sidelines of your own destiny? Why let fear hold you hostage when faith is calling your name? Don't you dare go to the grave with your purpose still trapped inside of you. Don't waste the breath God put in your lungs by living small. Today is the day we break free from the chains of what if and step boldly into I will. 1. Embrace purpose. Finding and embracing your purpose is the key to living a fulfilled and impactful life. When you wake up every morning with a deep understanding of why you're here, everything changes: your mindset, your priorities, and even the way you handle challenges. Purpose brings clarity to what would otherwise be a series of aimless days strung together without meaning. Without it, we simply go through the motions, doing what society expects or what feels easy, without ever stepping into the fullness of our potential. Understanding your purpose starts with looking within. Each of us was born with unique gifts, talents, and passions that point us toward what we are meant to do. The problem is that life has a way of silencing those inner desires. Maybe someone told you that your dreams were unrealistic. Perhaps circumstances forced you to take a different path. And over time, you forgot what lit your soul on fire. But deep down, that longing never truly goes away. It's always there, waiting for you to rediscover it. One of the greatest obstacles to living with purpose is comparison. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with images and messages about what success looks like. Social media amplifies this, making it easy to believe that everyone else has it all figured out while you're still searching. But here's the truth. Your purpose won't look like anyone else's. It is as unique as your fingerprint. Comparing your journey to someone else's will only rob you of the joy and fulfillment that comes from walking in your own calling. Another barrier to embracing your purpose is fear. Fear whispers lies like you're not good enough, you're too old, or you've made too many mistakes. But fear is a liar. It thrives on keeping you stagnant and disconnected from your true potential. The moment you decide to confront that fear and move forward anyway, you'll discover that it has no real power over you. Purpose requires courage. It demands that you step out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. But every step you take brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Purpose is not just about what you do, it's about who you are. It's about the way you show up in the world, the impact you have on others, and the legacy you leave behind. Sometimes people get caught up in thinking that purpose has to be some grand, world-changing mission. But purpose can be found in the everyday moments: raising a family, serving your community, creating art, or simply being a source of love and encouragement to those around you. Living with purpose also means staying aligned with your core values. When you know what truly matters to you, decision-making becomes easier. You stop wasting time on things that don't align with your vision and start focusing on what brings you closer to your goals. Purpose provides direction, helping you navigate life's twists and turns with a sense of peace and confidence. It's important to remember that purpose is not a destination, it's a journey. There will be seasons when your purpose evolves and takes on new forms. What you're called to do in one phase of your life may look completely different in the next. The key is to remain open and adaptable, always listening for that inner voice guiding you toward your next assignment. To live with purpose, you must be willing to take action. Dreams without action are just wishes. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the ideal circumstances, or a sign from the universe before they step out. But purpose doesn't work that way. You have to start where you are, with what you have, and trust that the path will reveal itself as you move forward. Even small steps can lead to incredible transformations. When you align yourself with your purpose, you'll find that life becomes richer and more meaningful. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities for growth. Challenges that would have defeated you in the past become stepping stones to your next level. Purpose gives you the strength to persevere, the courage to dream bigger, and the wisdom to recognize what's truly important. In embracing your purpose, you not only transform your own life, but also inspire those around you. Your courage to live authentically becomes a beacon of hope for others who are searching for their own path. When you operate in your purpose, you give others permission to do the same. And that ripple effect is how real change happens in the world. 2. Overcome fear. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that can hold people back from living their best lives. It whispers doubts, magnifies obstacles, and keeps dreams locked away in the shadows. It convinces you to stay where it's comfortable, safe, and predictable, even if that place is far from where you want to be. But fear is also a liar. It tells you that you're not strong enough, smart enough, or worthy enough to pursue your dreams. Yet the truth is that you are capable of so much more than you realize, and overcoming fear is essential to unlocking that potential. Fear often stems from the unknown. As humans, we crave certainty and predictability. When we're faced with situations where the outcome is unclear, our minds tend to create worst-case scenarios. This is a survival mechanism rooted in our biology, but in today's world, it often works against us. Fear may have once protected us from physical danger, but now it often holds us back from pursuing growth and opportunities. To overcome fear, it's important to recognize it for what it is, a signal, not a stop sign. Fear doesn't mean you should turn back, it simply means you're stepping into something new and unfamiliar. Instead of running from it, acknowledge it and get curious. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Often the answer isn't as terrifying as it first appears. Fear loses much of its power when you confront it head-on and dissect it. One of the most effective ways to combat fear is to take action. Fear feeds on stagnation. The longer you wait, the more powerful it becomes. But when you take even a small step forward, you begin to break its hold. Action builds momentum, and with each step, your confidence grows. Even if things don't go perfectly, you'll learn and adapt, which is far more valuable than staying stuck in fear. Another powerful strategy for overcoming fear is reframing failure. Fear often thrives on the belief that making a mistake is the worst possible outcome, but failure is not the end, it's a teacher. Every successful person has failed at some point. They didn't let those failures define them. Instead, they used them as stepping stones toward success. When you shift your mindset to view failure as feedback rather than a final verdict, fear begins to lose its grip. Surrounding yourself with a strong support system can also help you face and overcome fear. When you're connected to people who believe in you and your potential, their encouragement can be a lifeline in moments of doubt. Sometimes hearing someone say, "You can do this," is enough to help you push through the fear and take that leap of faith. On the flip side, avoid people who constantly project their own fears and insecurities onto you. Their negativity can reinforce your doubts and keep you stuck. Visualization is another powerful tool for overcoming fear. Your mind often can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By visualizing yourself successfully navigating a challenging situation, you create a mental blueprint for success. This helps reduce anxiety and builds a sense of confidence. Picture yourself speaking confidently on stage, acing that interview, or launching that business. The more vividly you imagine it, the more familiar and attainable it becomes. Affirmations and positive self-talk are essential in battling fear. The way you speak to yourself shapes your thoughts and beliefs. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'm gonna fail," your brain will accept those statements as truth. Instead, replace those negative thoughts with affirmations like, "I am capable," "I am strong," and "I can handle whatever comes my way." Over time, these positive messages will become your new mental default. It's also important to remember that courage is not the absence of fear, it's taking action in spite of it. Brave people aren't fearless, they simply refuse to let fear dictate their choices. They feel the fear and do it anyway. You have that same courage within you. It may be buried under layers of doubt, but it's there, waiting to be unleashed. Finally, recognize that overcoming fear is a lifelong journey. New challenges will arise, and fear will try to creep back in. But each time you face it and push through, you become stronger and more resilient. Fear may never disappear completely, but it doesn't have to control you. You can learn to coexist with it, using it as a compass to guide you toward growth and transformation. 3. Be present. In a world that constantly demands our attention, being present has become a rare and invaluable skill. Our minds are often caught in an endless loop, bouncing between the past and the future. We replay past mistakes, wondering how things could have been different. Or we project ourselves into the future, worrying about things that may never happen. This mental tug-of-war robs us of the only moment that truly matters right now. Being present means fully immersing yourself in the current moment without distraction or judgment. It requires you to tune into your surroundings, your thoughts, and your emotions, all while resisting the urge to drift away mentally. It may sound simple, but in practice, it's one of the most challenging things to do. The fast pace of modern life, combined with endless technology and responsibilities, makes it all too easy to function on autopilot. One of the reasons being present is so important is that it allows you to experience life more fully. When you're constantly distracted, you miss out on the beauty and richness of the world around you. You may walk past stunning sunsets, hear the laughter of a loved one without fully listening, or eat a delicious meal without savoring a single bite. Life is made up of these small, seemingly insignificant moments, and if you're not present, they slip by unnoticed. Relationships thrive when we are fully present, whether you're talking to a friend, spending time with family, or even having a casual conversation with a colleague. Your presence communicates that you value and respect the other person. When you put down your phone, make eye contact, and actively listen, you strengthen connections and build trust. Conversely, when your mind is elsewhere, people can sense it, and it creates a barrier to meaningful communication. Being present also enhances your ability to handle challenges and make better decisions. When you're fully aware of what's happening in the moment, you're better equipped to assess situations objectively and respond thoughtfully. On the other hand, when your mind is cluttered with worries about the future or regrets from the past, it's easy to react impulsively or miss critical details. Presence brings clarity, focus, and calmness even in stressful situations. One of the most effective ways to cultivate presence is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of deliberately paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves observing your thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations as they arise and letting them pass without clinging to them or pushing them away. Mindfulness can be practiced in meditation, but it can also be woven into everyday activities like walking, eating, or even brushing your teeth. Breathing is a simple yet powerful tool for grounding yourself in the present. When your mind starts to wander, focusing on your breath can bring you back to the here and now. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. This practice not only calms the nervous system but also anchors your attention in the moment. Gratitude is another practice that fosters presence. When you intentionally focus on the things you're thankful for, it shifts your attention away from what you lack or fear. Gratitude brings you back to the present by highlighting the blessings that already exist in your life. Start by taking a few moments each day to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This simple habit can transform your perspective and deepen your awareness of the present moment. Letting go of distractions is essential for being present. Technology is one of the biggest culprits that pulls us away from the now. While smartphones and social media have their benefits, they can also become addictive and all-consuming. Set boundaries for when and how you use technology. Create tech-free zones in your home, or schedule specific times to disconnect. By reducing digital distractions, you create space to engage fully with your surroundings. Self-compassion plays a crucial role in cultivating presence. Your mind will inevitably wander. It's part of being human. When this happens, instead of getting frustrated with yourself, gently bring your focus back to the moment. Treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you would offer to a friend. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or neglecting the future. It means acknowledging them without allowing them to dominate your thoughts. When you're fully present, life becomes richer, relationships become deeper, and even the simplest tasks take on new meaning. 4. Maximize time. Time is the most valuable resource we have, yet it's often the one we take for granted the most. Unlike money or material possessions, time cannot be earned back, saved, or multiplied. Once it's gone forever. That's why learning how to maximize time is essential for living a productive, meaningful, and fulfilled life. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't often comes down to how they use their time. One of the first steps in maximizing time is understanding where it goes. Many people feel overwhelmed and busy, but when they take a closer look at their daily routines, they realize that much of their time is spent on activities that don't add value or move them closer to their goals. Tracking your time for a few days can be an eye-opening exercise. Write down everything you do and how long it takes. This will help you identify patterns, time wasters, and opportunities to make better use of your time. Setting clear priorities is crucial for time management. Not all tasks are created equal, and trying to do everything at once is a recipe for burnout and inefficiency. The key is to focus on what truly matters. One effective method for prioritization is the Eisenhower matrix, which categorizes tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By focusing on tasks that are important but not urgent, you can work proactively rather than constantly reacting to crises. Creating a daily schedule is another powerful way to maximize time. When you plan your day in advance, you have a clear roadmap for what needs to be accomplished. Start by listing your top priorities and blocking out time for them on your calendar. Be realistic about how long tasks will take and build in buffer time for unexpected interruptions. Having a schedule not only keeps you organized but also reduces decision fatigue by eliminating the need to constantly figure out what to do next. Eliminating distractions is essential for staying focused and making the most of your time. In today's digital age, distractions are everywhere, from social media notifications to email alerts and the endless stream of online content. Each time you're pulled away from a task, it takes time and mental energy to refocus. One effective strategy is to create a distraction-free environment. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and set boundaries with those around you. Additionally, consider using productivity tools like website blockers to limit access to distracting sites during work hours. Learning to say no is a skill that can significantly improve your ability to manage time. Many people fall into the trap of saying yes to every request, fearing that they'll disappoint others or miss out on opportunities. However, spreading yourself too thin often leads to decreased productivity and increased stress. When you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, often your own goals or well-being. Before committing to a new task or obligation, ask yourself whether it aligns with your priorities and whether you have the capacity to take it on. Delegation is another powerful time management tool. You don't have to do everything yourself, and trying to do so can be counterproductive. Identify tasks that can be handled by someone else and empower them to take ownership. This not only frees up your time, but also allows others to develop their skills and contribute meaningfully. Whether it's at work, home, or in volunteer roles, delegation is a win-win strategy when done effectively. Batching similar tasks together is an efficient way to maximize time. When you switch between different types of tasks, your brain has to constantly readjust, which can be mentally draining and time-consuming. By grouping similar activities such as responding to emails, making phone calls, or completing administrative tasks, you can maintain focus and complete them more efficiently. Taking care of your physical and mental well-being is often overlooked in discussions about time management, but it plays a critical role. When you're well-rested, nourished, and mentally sharp, you're able to work more efficiently and effectively. On the other hand, neglecting your health can lead to burnout, decreased productivity, and more time spent recovering. Prioritize regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep to maintain your energy and focus throughout the day. Reflection and evaluation are essential for continuous improvement. At the end of each day or week, take a few minutes to review how you spent your time. What went well? What could have been done differently? Use these insights to make adjustments and refine your approach. Time management is a skill that requires ongoing effort and adaptation. The more intentional you are about learning from your experiences, the better you'll become at making the most of your time. 5. Avoid mediocrity. Mediocrity is one of the greatest threats to living a meaningful and impactful life. It represents settling for what is comfortable, average, and uninspired. While there's nothing inherently wrong with leading a simple life, mediocrity becomes a problem when it holds you back from reaching your full potential and fulfilling the purpose that was uniquely designed for you. Unfortunately, it often sneaks in unnoticed, disguised as security, routine, or complacency. Over time, it can rob you of your passion, ambition, and ability to dream big. One of the reasons people settle for mediocrity is fear. The fear of failure, rejection, or even success can keep you in a place where you don't take risks or challenge yourself. It's easier to stay in a job you don't love, maintain relationships that drain you, or continue habits that don't serve you because they feel familiar. The unknown can be intimidating, but it's also where growth and transformation happen. Growth demands that you step out of your comfort zone, face challenges, and embrace discomfort. Another reason people accept mediocrity is a lack of self-belief. When you don't see yourself as capable or deserving of more, you stop trying. Past failures, negative feedback, or comparisons to others can create limiting beliefs that convince you to aim low or give up altogether. However, self-belief is not something you're born with, it's something you cultivate. It starts by recognizing your unique strengths and achievements, no matter how small, and building on them step by step. Mediocrity often thrives in environments that discourage ambition and creativity. If you're surrounded by people who are content with playing it safe or who discourage your dreams, it can be difficult to maintain the drive to push beyond the status quo. On the other hand, being in the company of ambitious, driven individuals can inspire and motivate you to strive for excellence. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who challenge you to grow and hold you accountable for pursuing your goals. A critical factor in avoiding mediocrity is setting high standards for yourself. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, you're less likely to settle for mediocre outcomes. This doesn't mean striving for perfection, which can be paralyzing, but rather pursuing excellence in whatever you do. Excellence is about consistently giving your best effort and being committed to continuous improvement. It's about going the extra mile even when no one is watching and taking pride in your work. Clarity of purpose is essential for breaking free from mediocrity. When you know what you're working toward and why it matters, you're less likely to be satisfied with a life of routine and predictability. Purpose provides direction, motivation, and a sense of fulfillment that transcends the ordinary. Take the time to reflect on your passions, values, and strengths. What do you want to be remembered for? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Answering these questions can help you identify your purpose and fuel your drive to live a life of significance. Another key to avoiding mediocrity is embracing lifelong learning. The world is constantly changing, and staying stagnant in your knowledge and skills will quickly render you irrelevant. Successful people understand the importance of continuous learning and growth. They read books, attend workshops, seek out feedback, and remain curious about the world around them. Lifelong learning keeps your mind sharp, expands your perspective, and equips you to navigate new challenges with confidence. Taking ownership of your life is also crucial. Mediocrity often stems from a victim mentality, where people blame external circumstances for their lack of progress. While there are certainly factors beyond your control, you always have control over how you respond to them. Taking ownership means being accountable for your choices, actions, and results. It means refusing to make excuses and instead focusing on what you can do to move forward. Discipline and consistency are essential in the fight against mediocrity. Motivation may get you started, but discipline keeps you going when the excitement fades. Consistency builds habits that lead to long-term success. Whether it's waking up early to work on your goals, sticking to a fitness routine, or dedicating time to personal development, small daily actions compound over time to create extraordinary results. Celebrating progress is also important. When you acknowledge and appreciate your growth, no matter how incremental, it reinforces your commitment to excellence. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Each step forward builds momentum and strengthens your belief that you are capable of achieving great things. By focusing on progress, you cultivate a mindset that naturally resists mediocrity and strives for continuous improvement. Avoiding mediocrity requires intentionality, courage, and a commitment to living a life of purpose and passion. It's about choosing excellence over comfort, growth over stagnation, and fulfillment over mere existence. The world needs what only you can offer, and settling for mediocrity robs not only you but also the people who would benefit from your unique gifts and contributions. 6. Leave a legacy. Leaving a legacy is about more than just being remembered. It's about making a meaningful impact that endures long after you're gone. It's not limited to financial wealth or material possessions. It encompasses the values, lessons, and contributions you leave behind for others to carry forward. A legacy is the story of your life, shaped by the choices you make, the relationships you nurture, and the influence you have on the people around you. Understanding the importance of leaving a legacy can inspire you to live with intention and purpose, knowing that your actions today can shape the future for generations to come. One of the key aspects of building a legacy is living according to your core values. Your values are the principles that guide your decisions and define who you are. When you live in alignment with these values, your actions naturally create a positive and lasting impact. People remember authenticity, integrity, kindness, and courage. They remember the way you made them feel, the encouragement you offered, and the example you set. Identifying your values and making a conscious effort to live by them is a powerful step in leaving a meaningful legacy. Relationships play a central role in the legacy you leave. The way you treat others, family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers creates ripples that extend far beyond your immediate interactions. Investing time, energy, and love into meaningful relationships builds bonds that can last a lifetime and beyond. Listening, being present, and showing empathy are simple but powerful ways to make a lasting impact on the people in your life. When people reflect on your legacy, it's often the memories of how you cared for them that resonate the most. Another way to leave a lasting legacy is by sharing your knowledge and experiences. Wisdom is one of the greatest gifts you can pass on to others. Whether through mentoring, teaching, or simply having meaningful conversations, your insights can help guide others on their own journeys. When you take the time to share what you've learned, both your successes and your failures, you become a source of inspiration and guidance for those who come after you. Your stories and lessons can shape their perspectives and help them navigate challenges with greater confidence. Contributing to your community and the world at large is also a powerful way to build a legacy. This doesn't necessarily mean making grand gestures or achieving widespread fame. Small, consistent acts of service and kindness can have a profound impact. Volunteering your time, supporting local initiatives, and advocating for positive change are all ways to leave your mark. Your contributions, no matter how small, can create a ripple effect that improves the lives of countless people. Creativity and innovation can also form an enduring part of your legacy. If you have a passion for the arts, technology, writing, or any creative endeavor, your work can continue to inspire and influence others long after you're gone. Great artists, inventors, and thinkers have left legacies that shape culture and society even centuries later. But you don't have to be famous to make a creative impact. Your unique ideas and creations can touch the lives of those around you in meaningful ways. Your professional contributions are another important aspect of your legacy. Whether you're an entrepreneur, educator, healthcare worker, or in any other field, the way you approach your work can leave a lasting impression. Striving for excellence, acting with integrity, and mentoring others in your profession can shape the culture of your workplace and inspire future generations. When you take pride in your work and use your skills to make a positive impact, your professional legacy becomes a source of inspiration and influence. Leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to leave a legacy. People often learn more from observing your actions than from hearing your words. When you demonstrate resilience in the face of challenges, compassion toward others, and a commitment to personal growth, you inspire others to adopt those qualities in their own lives. Your actions set a standard that can influence people for years to come. Financial stewardship is another aspect to consider. While money isn't the only way to leave a legacy, it can be a tool for positive impact when used wisely. Planning for the future, supporting causes you care about, and passing on financial wisdom to the next generation can create opportunities and security for your loved ones and the broader community. Responsible financial planning ensures that your resources continue to benefit others even after you're no longer here. Documenting your thoughts, experiences, and lessons can preserve your legacy for future generations. Whether through writing a memoir, recording videos, or keeping a journal, capturing your story ensures that your wisdom and insights are not lost over time. These personal records can become cherished treasures for your descendants, offering them a window into your life and the lessons you learned along the way.